So, through into the next round of the trophy. Very nice. I've already spoiled the last episode. And a very, very good run of form in the league. But it's all still to play for. We play who are top of the league today as well. Welcome back to Hartlepool. As yes people, here we are, episode number 4 of season number 8 of the Hartlepool United Road to Glory series. Now, if you have not seen any of this series or season, I highly recommend you watch a couple of those before this one. And whilst you're doing that, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the future ones as well, with that notification bell as well, and the links in the description, all there to be followed. As today, you can see the first game, it's a big game, it's the 4th round to get us into the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, at home to AFC Wimbledon. After that, of course, is Wolverhampton, who, spoiler alert, sit top of the league, and I'm actually looking back, we've had very good months, September. That Leicester loss was actually our first loss of the season, which is a bit disappointing in the simulation, but oh well. Wimbledon, Wolves, if there isn't another Carabao Cup game, we've got Tottenham away, Everton at home and Man City away. So, maybe the defeats, well, I'm not going to say the defeats are coming. I don't want to say that. I don't want to jinx anything, but it looks a lot more difficult. And here is our Carabao Cup team, which we're still going to go with the rotational, well, heavy rotational squad, because we want to keep the fitness of our first teamers in. And of course, this is doing well, and Wimbledon are leagues below the ones we've already played. So, a Cockwo in goal with Angus, Major, Chandler, Knight and Calderon, Hayward, Penman and O'Reilly in the midfield, with Pedro and Caleb Chukwuemeka up front. He had a very good game against QPR. Can he continue it here? And let's have a look at this Wimbledon side. Nick Tazanev in goal, Luke Jenkins, Daniel Kazoka, Kawaku Frimpong, Nesta Guinness-Walker, that's one I actually do know, Marsh and Chinslet, Rudoni, Asal, McCormick and Fisher. So let's put in a good shift against this team. A lot I don't recognise, but of course they are leagues down below us. Matt O'Reilly trying to get us underway straight away. He was playing in League One when we signed him. And what a save. That's actually a very good smart save from Tazanev in the goal, as the corner's going to come in towards Major. Defender does very well. Of course, I want this pressure up all game as Calderon edge of the box and wide. And Chinslet with the ball right here as he puts one on the edge of the box. Marsh and Fisher has put the hosts 1-0 up. Fisher with the goal, the striker, and I cannot believe how easy that was for them to score. Really, really not good defending in our point of view, and Okonkwo can't really be blamed for not saving that one. It's the edge of the box. It's the captain, Josh Knight, who stands off him. I'm shocked by that. And that really has stunned me. How are we losing to Wimbledon? Yes, I know Leicester was a defeat, but this should not be a defeat at all. There is no excuses not to win this game, as Pedro with the ball forward. Matt O'Reilly backheels it back into the big man. Can't even get the pass around. Every player in this squad's position is under jeopardy, and I even say that for the first teamers, like Knight, as Chislett on the edge of the box. We can't let them get to. Fisher's got space again, and Okonkwo has to just pass it, or tap it down to the side of him, because I don't know what's going on. Our defence is just dropping back, like theirs should do. Caleb Chukwuemeka, can we get an attack? We cannot. And Penman right here in the middle to Caleb Chukwuemeka, as Chukwuemeka now to the side of him. Here we go. Calderon is going to give it back. Hayward, can we finally get one here? It's a heavy touch from Penman, but not a bad strike as a corner ball right here. Where is Pedro? He doesn't look any taller in the box anymore. I don't know what's happened. Has he shrunk? As the ball's going to go in towards him. He jumped right, but defender just in the way as Chandler's beaten in the air. Asal with the ball. Now we've got it back, but it's our handball. This is not the way I want to go out against a League One club in the final season, as Pedro, what a save to Zanev, still not convincing, and Chukwuemeka, you have just got to tap that home. And moments before half-time, Riera's Asal into McCormick and Fisher around the corner. Asal With it again, onto Rodoni. What's Rodoni going to do here? He's going to go back to Jenkins. Wimbledon do know how to knock the ball around right now here at the Memorial. As O'Reilly onto Penman. Can Haywood win that? He doesn't, but that's half-time. And I tell you what, a dire performance so far. Really, really bad from each and every single one of those players on the field. Have we got any strong subs? Not really. Has to be better. I do have Avis Basui on the bench, but literally that's about it as Chukwuemeka. He's usually the player to make way. Pedro's always a good utility man to have on the field as Penman into Pedro now. Pedro around the corner. It's paid off as Maja's far forward in. Ian Angus off the foot of Guinness Walker. Instant corner for us. Pedro, please get yourself to the front post, mate. We're going to try it again. We are just relying on you. He's already in position, and that looks decent. He wins a penalty. Right, I thought that was going to be handball against us, but no. Penalty awarded to us at the start of this second half. That will break Wimbledon hearts, and I'm just going to get it taken straight away. Every time I go to that bottom corner, though, it is saved. Tazanev has been very, very good this game. Please don't miss. It's off the crossbar. And he even dived right into that top corner. I think he would have saved it. Pedro is not good with pens. Very shameful as Asal Wimbledon on an attack. Okonkwo has to make a save. That was almost 1-0 to, or 1-1 to 2-0. As that's a very bad pass from Dior Angus. Maja nutmegged. You've got to get that under control. That's a penalty to them. Why can't we control the ball? And Wimbledon's going to take a 2-0 lead here. The League One club's absolutely doing us in as Fisher against Okonkwo, and it's off the post! What a game! Got to be more solid as we are attacking now. I really want a goal to come soon because I don't want to be putting my players for extra time or penalties, and or even as Calderon over the top to Angus. Just chest that down. Pedro's at the front post. That's a handball, but it's going to go out for our throw-in. I'm literally shouting for everything as Dior Angus into Chandler. Chandler now onto Chukwuemeka. There was a run around from Haywood. Still hasn't gone to him. Chandler took down and it's in the box. I have no idea how it's in the box, but that's the first foul penalty that's been given in absolutely ages as we've got to score this. Pedro, please, man, you cannot miss the third penalty of the game. But he has. What is going to happen if this result actually comes through? Like, I will not believe it. Just a perfect clean cut through to the quarterfinals, and we're going to bottle it. It's like England in the World Cup when they had that route to the final as Pedro, Chukwuemeka, that's a good back heel into Avis Basui off the bench. We are level. We may not lose this one still. The only player on the bench capable of making a change, I thought. And he makes it. Very good finish from Avis Basui. Take the drink, calm down a little bit. But what a back heel from Caleb Chukwuemeka, should we say. And yeah, all three strikers on the field, making an impact. As Calderon gives it forward to Ace now. We need to try and get this second goal. I'm going to keep on pushing with the three strikers on the field. As Angus, O'Reilly's inside and Chukwuemeka is through that gap. It's going to be a very, very lucky goal, but Caleb Chukwuemeka will claim it. Now, how is your luck? We've missed 2 penalties, so unlucky, but we score a goal like that. I want to see it again. Let's have another look, shall we? Look at this. I'm going to get Angus off night now. He's played very well. I'm surprised he even claims it. Did not mean for that to happen at all. Just added time left now as Frederick Thomas is trying to run down the clock. Going a little bit backwards. And Pedro lost it with that pass to Penham. Not the best one as Fisher running through. And that could be costly, you know. That's not the greatest of tackles. Josh Knight could be in trouble here, the captain. Will it be a yellow or a red? He's going to the top pocket, right. Oh, panic over. I thought I'd lost him for the next round right there, which we can't afford to do with centre-backs, 2 still being injured. Header 1 at the front post. Alan Ace, whack that forward. And we survived the scare. Just. Hartlepool 2, Wimbledon 1. Focus goes back to the league, though. We can't just dwell on that as... it's broken toe FC. We've had 3 centre-backs break the toes in the last 2 months, which puts them out for 3 months, which is just So weird to me, as we've got Wolves next to just above us. Yes, what a challenge it will be, as Staunton hopefully is fully back. He's still got the plaster. And that means maybe Ezra Bateman might have to come in. Can he actually play, Staunton? I don't want to risk him. I don't want that guy getting injured a lot because I want him to fulfill his prophecy at this club later on. I want him to be playing the final games of this series, and I think if I play him now and he gets injured, we'll lose him. As the rest of the team is what you just saw as well, I'll walk you through it. Boyce Clark in goal, Hoover, Meisure, Bateman, Knight and Giles, with Pert Harris, Clifford and Chukwuemeka in the middle, Gutierrez and Fowler. It's a strong team to, I think, travel to the Molineux. Now, I was actually wrong. We're at home as Wolves' initial 11. Diogo Costa in goal. Matheson, Diop, Versimo, Ibanez and Vinagre at the back. Zaniolo and Bulat just in front. Sulemana, Sesko and Daniel Podence. The Magician on the wing. Defending him won't be easy as Hoover, of course, former teammates, got the task of doing that as Ryan Giles, running down the wing a little bit, hits Luke Matheson. Not the greatest of crosses. And we need to be more confident here than we definitely was against Wolves if we're going to get anything from this game. Should I say Wimbledon? I think I just said Wolves as Sesko gets it on the wing to Calamandine. As now it's into Bulat now. Zaniolo, Sesko blocked and Chukwuemeka to try and get this away as Gutierrez sees the run of Brandon Fowler, who of course is scoring now. And can he try and get through here and maybe score? Ibanez with the tackle. And I actually don't know which club Boyce Clark originally plays for. I'm still trying to figure that out as Miles Pert Harris into Gutierrez, who's got space to hit it. That's definitely handball. That is one of the most blatant things Issa Diop could have done in his box, and a penalty kick. I'm not getting too excited after how they went in the last game, as Chukwuemeka the one taking it. Give it to Gutierrez. This man scores penalties for fun, as I'm going to go bottom corner, bottom left. And it is the third penalty missed today, and that's why I didn't get too excited with it. As can we still try and keep this alive? We cannot. As Knight with a pass across to Ezra Bateman. Clifford with a turn on the ball as well, who's running, and look at that for a challenge. Referee, that is disgusting. If it isn't a yellow, I don't know what it can be, as Fowler has found his way through, but just not physical enough as a striker. And ball here just before half-time. Miles Pert Harris as Clifford. It's another rough challenge coming on him when the ball's gone, as Chukwuemeka going for a shot. And it looked like it might have hit Diop on the hand again, but referee lets it slide, so I will have to. 0-0 at the break. Miles Pert Harris with the ball right here as he puts one out to Ryan Giles at the start of this second half. It's been rather quiet, but that's the first little bit of action that we've had. Sesko onto Bulat, and are they going to try and be a counter-attacking team? It looks like they might do here. Vinagre onto Podence. Onto Bulat. They've got round us a little bit on this left-hand side. Hoover, you've got to be dealing with him. Do not let him do anything, because I know how good of a player he is, but pass straight to Chukwuemeka, and now Gutierrez, Fowler. Gutierrez is trying to run through. He's shrugged the defender off. This could be a chance if he could try and get it into the middle somehow. Gutierrez, good running. And a goal kick. Oh, and we've got a player down here as well after that move, and it looks like it's Gutierrez holding his shoulder. That's phenomenal, that is, when we're on the run that we're trying to be on. As Kamaladine down this wing. We need to just try and watch him, and I'm going to try and get Gutierrez off soon. Hayward has come on just for Pert Harris, as well as referees give a penalty against Bateman. When you get your main striker injured, the next thing you want to do is give away a penalty, as I'm going to have to take him off. Basui played well in the last episode. Let's try him. Oh, not last episode, the last game, of course, as we've got to try and save this one. Bulat against Boyce Clark. And the big man saves it. Let's go. Big save and possibly big step towards going back top of the league, as no. That was a perfect challenge. That was really well timed from Josh Knight, as it is Wolves on top now, I would say, as Coleman into Sesko, weirdly controlling it, and a corner given away from Meisure, as we've got to defend this one right here. Just get people at the front post. Everyone surround it and head that away as Sesko's put it in the back of the net. Wolves may win this affair right here. A good header from their main man. Yeah, it is a good header. I mean, I don't know how the number 28's that free. Ezra Bateman not marking up. Meisure not marking up. And Clifford not getting it on the line. So 10 minutes left to try and salvage something as Basui. Here he is, just come off the bench. Good passing to Chukwuemeka against his former rivals. Clifford has the ball right there, and Basui, look at that pace around Matheson. He's actually managed to whip it in, and Chukwuemeka with a chance. And I'd say he had to do a little bit better with that, as Basui again on the ball. Hayward, everyone trying to flood forward right here to try and nick something late on, as Giles with the ball in. We've dived it at the back post, but not really getting it. It's them who have got the look from crossers, and they're going to try and cross us right here with a counter-attack. Bulat, I think game's over if we do win the ball, but just make sure damage limitation is, of course, a priority here. We don't want to be losing this 2-0 as Coman coming forward. What's he going to do? Give it back now to Vinagre. Through the middle onto Bulat again, onto Sesko. To Boyce Clark. But that is the game. A 1-0 defeat to Wolves. And we've lost the top of the table clash. Down to 6th after that result as well. Rough, as Tamas's Kiss is talking about it might be fit enough, as Gutierrez is only out for 5 days, so we might be getting an absolute a good thing happening, not an absolute good thing, just a good thing happening after, of course, the struggle we've had, as is the Carabao Cup. It's later on in the year, isn't it, but it's still not being put around there. Maybe it's not the next round just yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing the partnership up front again, as we've only got one game to pick to play still in this one, and Spurs might be a simulation. They're in 18th. Spurs are in the relegation zone. That was a straight up lie, because Tamaskis is still not fit to play this next game. But one person who is Rhys Staunton, who comes into the back line for Ezra Bateman for this next game against Spurs, which of course, like I just mentioned, is the one picked to be simulated as can we get a result? We do. Tottenham beaten and stay in the relegation zone. Gutierrez, then Boyk and Chukwuemeka to win us it. Back into the top 3. However, teams do have game in hands around us, including Manchester City, which I think will be the game that we play today. As the next one is Everton in 9th, and it's got to be the same team, doesn't it? Or is Tamas actually back this time? No, he isn't. Don't know what he was on about saying he was fully fit. So Everton are in 9th. We are in 4th, if I'm not mistaken. But we're not going to be there for much longer. Staunton gets a goal. Fowler gets a goal. But an Arbauer hat-trick sees Everton smashes. As it's 5th. 5th that we sit in. And of course, Manchester City are the team we play last right here. So if we want to get back up to the top kind of teams around the league, we need to win this. As they're actually 5 points clear of us now, City. We've dropped off. We were doing so well for quite a while, as you can see as well. Here are the quarter-final draws. It hasn't shown up on the calendar, but we have Derby County away, which is not a bad fixture to get out of those teams. We've avoided United, Chelsea, Everton. We'll get one of them in the semi, but that is good, as the team is the same for City as well in this one. Apart from the bench, is he ready now? He is ready now. It's a good job I just checked then. I just had a feeling. Him and Kalen Watts are going to come onto the bench as we head, I think. I'm not going to say it like I did against Wolves and I got it wrong. Right, we are. We're going to head to the Etihad. And let's have a look at the City lineup right here. Ederson is in goal. And Bamboo, Diaz, Todibo and Truffert. With Pavelursa, Jimenez, Rodri in the midfield. Ferran Torres, Gabriel Jesus and Foden, of course. One of the best players in world football on this career. A strong City lineup and a strong place to come. The Etihad, not as bad as people make it out to be. It's going to be difficult for us, as it's a huge pitch compared to ours. As Gabriel Jesus across to Ferran Torres, and now Barcelona man in real life, as Truffier gets that onto Phil Foden. Now watch his twinkle feet. It's into Jesus and it's already in the back of the net. How quick was that? How am I supposed to defend that? Really hate these glasses. I keep looking at myself in them. But yes, conceded to City. Gabriel Jesus with the knee, and it was just a blast into Boyce Clark's bottom corner. Even though it is his near post, I don't blame him. It was close in. Phil Foden right here, running down the wing again, as it is all City in this first 15 minutes. But Kijan has got a good tackling on Foden, but of course we'll lose it straight again. Jesus round the corner, Rodri, Ferran, Foden, Boyce Clark. Amazing stop, that one. It really should be 2-0, but we'll take that from our, of course, I think he's our number 1. I mean, he is our number 1 keeper, but I don't think he's got number 1 in his back. If I'm not mistaken, it's number 12 as Clifford around the corner into Brandon Fowler. We just can't break away against these. Counter-attacking game don't work against City, however, does the crossing game. I'm going to try and pass it back inside a little bit. Pert Harris, maybe we don't cross it. Maybe we go with Clifford out wide. Now back in the middle to Chukwuemeka. Now onto Kijana, who's tried to get around Truffier but just failed. As Ferran Torres now dribbling forward here. He's cut inside of us. Pavolersa to the edge of the box. Rodri now. And Boyce Clark's just done it again. Brilliant stop, but we've got to stop these chances actually occurring for City, because it is getting a tad embarrassing as, again, he does it when I say I don't want him making these saves because I want the ball out of our box, but still. Corner ball, Clifford away comfortably this time. No, but over the bar. But still, we're not doing well as here is Ferran Torres. 2-0 City. Ferran Torres just slides it in, and after all those good saves, rather disappointing that one. Yeah, it just slipped in, didn't it? Just straight round. It's a very good ball from Rodri, I think that's Jimenez. Might be Jimenez, I don't know, but good ball nevertheless. And a good finish. City thoroughly on top as now Chukwuemeka gets it round the corner. If we get one before half-time, maybe I'm a little bit more confident as Truffier. Just don't handball it that obvious next time, as Clifford with a short one here. Onto Patrick Meijer, who's always the one shooting from range. And he's won a free kick. Pavolersa with the handball. This is a good position, you know. And Pert Harris has good free kicks. He's just joined the club from Brentford. Can he get his first goal with a set piece at City? He cannot. Very unlucky, as at half-time, we're unlucky all round. It's 2-0 Manchester City. And we desperately need to see improvement as Rodri tackled in the box. They want a penalty, but still they get the ball through, and Boyce Clark has to save it from being 3. Now, I don't know what we're doing right here. I thought we'd wake up a little bit, but obviously not, as Phil Foden and Ferran walk it down the line. I mean, the straight past us. Jesus, Jimenez, edge of the box to Ante Pavolersa. Blocks in the way as it bounces to Gutierrez to run with it right here. And whoa, bad tackle again, which has put us off. Not great that, as Clifford. Oh dear. Oh dear. Follow your man, please. There's a runner on right here for Torres. Knight with a block. Dominic Szoboszlai to come onto the field as well now. But not for us, of course. Hayward's the one we brought on, the youth player. And they've brought Fouquet on for Gabriel Jesus, another striker. Not really enjoying that one, as Szoboszlai scores. Just come off the bench. Speak of the devil, and he will punish you. Good finish right there from the corner. We got it robbed off of us, and Ruben Diaz with the smart back heel. Let's just put it into his path for him to hammer home. And Rodri with the ball through the middle right there, looking to try and squeeze it through, but Boyce Clark off of his line quickly. Not really the way I wanted this game to go, as Josh Knight, what is that for a pass? It is absolutely embarrassing stuff, as Rodri feeds that through to Ferran Torres, one-on-one, and it's gone in from the chip. Josh Knight, that one's on you. And a mistake from Josh Knight means good night here for Paul. It's been a shocker as Ferran Torres just dinks it over Boyce Clark to make it 4. And man of the match being announced, which is Ferran Torres, but could be anyone for City and definitely not anyone for us. We've been shocking as Tamas coming on after his injury and fizzing one at Edison. Trying a test. At least we've got Tamas back and he can give it a little bit of a good go, as nothing won in that box right here. We don't want any injured players. And what's happened? There was a man down in our box. Hopefully it's not a serious one, as Clifford got a little interception, as that is the full-time whistle gone, and it's a 4-0 win for the hosts. I don't think the league's this much this season for us. I think it's gone, and that drops us down to 8th, and we're level on points with West Brom. I mean, I have no thing against West Brom, but I don't think we should be level on points with them with the team that we have, as we're going to, of course, go into this last game, and I think we are going to simulate another, you know, because we want to get moving, and them last results are terrible. Move on to Liverpool, Newcastle, everything in December, which is absolutely great as well, but can we get past this hurdle? I do want to change the team up, though. Tamas Kiss actually starting the game ahead of Brandon Fowler, because I've always got to have Tamas in there. It's only McCalmont that's actually injured right now. Kellen Watt's still on the bench. Please don't let us down against Nottingham Forest as we lose the game. We lose it. Bello, Clifford, Kumik, Yusuf and Clifford again as a disappointment. Now we're level on points with them and we're below West Brom and Leicester and Arsenal. Oh dear, it looks like we're getting that little drop off that we usually do, but I've got to say it's fine and move on. At least we're still in the competitions, I guess. As thank you guys for watching this episode right here. Episode number 4, of course. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Can't wait to get rid of these glasses in 2 episodes time, I think. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care. In a bit. And peace, guys.